If you know anything about me, the biggest thing is probably that I'm a polyglot. And being a polyglot is so glamorized in this society, on the internet, and literally everywhere I go, that nobody really talks about the issues that happen as you're a polyglot. And even if they do, basically comes off as standoffish when we have certain feelings about being a polyglot and the downsides that come with it. Not everyone talks about how much it burns you out, or in what way, or how it gets annoying sometimes. And obviously, you know, when you're a polyglot, you're grateful that you know so many languages, but it's not all great. This video is here to tell you, I'm here to tell you actually, as a polyglot, that it's not all glitz and glamour and it's not all sunshine and rainbows. So if you want to know what the downsides of being a polyglot are before you become one, or if you are a polyglot and you relate, keep on watching. I know it's been a while since I filmed this video, since I filmed a video, period. But my name is Muslima. Welcome back to my cozy corner of the internet. And let's jump right in. I'm actually so excited to do this video because I've been feeling I haven't had the time to make a video, and now I have the perfect time. So buckle up, guys. This is about to be a really fun ride. It's not going to be a really long video. I'm not going to go too in-depth into it. Sometimes you have to take something off the pedestal so that you can reach it faster, or so that you know if you really want it or not. The first problem with being a polyglot is that there's always language confusion. Sometimes you'll be talking in a language and you won't know how to say that word in the language, so you use a different language. And it's great when you're talking to someone who knows both the language that you're speaking, or like all three or all four or all five, whatever. But if you don't know how to say it in the language of the person that you're talking to, it really is confusing. It gets to a point where people think you're like faking it. Do you know what I mean? Like sometimes the word just won't come to mind and they're like, oh, you can't remember? Like you think you're better than us? It's happened sometimes, and it's not like it hurts. It's like, why would you think I'm actually doing that? Like, I actually want to explain it to you in a language that makes sense to both of us. Sometimes I'll be speaking in Uzbek. I won't know how to say a word in Uzbek, and I'll be like, and then I'll say it in Turkish, and then they don't understand it in Turkish, and I'm like, how do you say it in English, bro? And then I say it in English, and they're like, oh, okay, I see. So the next one is actually kind of sad, but it's the pressure to be fluent in all the languages that you know. When you're not fluent in them, I feel like I don't have the right to say I know this language. Like, for example, I'm learning Chinese. If someone talks to me in Chinese really slowly, like, don't talk to me really fast, but if you talk to me in really slowly, I'll understand at least 85% of what you're saying. Will I be grammatically correct when I answer you? Probably not. Will I know how to answer you? Hopefully. But even when I say I speak Chinese, it feels like, girl, you don't deserve to be saying that you speak Chinese when you clearly don't know how to speak it fluently. Number 3 is kind of funny. It happens all the time. There's literally, even if you're bilingual, you don't even have to be a polyglot. But if you're bilingual and you speak multiple languages, you will always get asked, like, how do you say this in this language? Like, how do you say that in this language? Oh my gosh, do you know what? I know how to say this word in that language. Like, great, like, good for you. When people ask you to say something in a certain language, you might not even know, and then you feel like you feel like you're dumb for not knowing, because you're like, oh, I said I'm a polyglot, so I should know. I'll get back to you on that one and never speak to you again, because now you just made me feel like I don't know the language that I said I know. Number 4 is really sad, and it's kind of internal. It mostly happens internally, is that when you don't practice a language, you start losing it. This is me with Spanish. Yo sé cómo hablar en español. Yo estoy olvidando muchas palabras, pero I know when someone is explicándome algo, I know how to understand, and I'll respond sometimes. You see what I mean? Like, even now I'm thinking about it, is like, do I even deserve to be called like fluent in Spanish? Porque no estoy fluent, pero I took Spanish for like 6 years of my life, from 1st grade to 6th grade. So yo sé cómo hablar en español. And even like before that, I used to not have an accent, and now I'm starting to like develop an accent even more. It's getting kind of embarrassing. I want to speak like, what's her name? Elena de Armas or something. Or yeah, I want to speak like those like Spanish celebrities, because they speak like so fast, and it's honestly like chef's kiss. I love it so much. So a lot of imposter syndrome. This one's also really common, and that's accent imposter syndrome, when you know the language but you just don't know really the accent.
Muslim?
Yes.
This is me. I'm her dad.
As I was saying before my dad interrupted, is that you get made fun of for not knowing how to say something in a fluent accent. And this happened to me in elementary school a lot of the time, because I knew English. Okay, I learned it in first grade, and then every year I was getting better. And sure, my grammar wasn't like the best. I used to get made of constantly for using Uzbek/Russian accents in English, until I actually like developed an own accent of my own, which even now I feel like a lot of people could tell that I'm not American, and that's literally fine. I'll be like, you know what, English is not my first language, and then kono kapanda. Something else that like really drains you, oh my gosh, I'm leaning and then my hand just slipped. So something else that really drains you is code switching. My classmate, my friend actually, for STEM fair, she did this research project where she studied the cognitive effects of multilingualism, so polyglots, and how when you switch between languages, it takes so much brain power, but all those like brain waves and like these new brain pathways get carved up, so your brain is not smooth. Your brain actually has more ridges, which means you're actually more smart. And I was like, exactly. You have a better reaction time and everything like that. So the cognitive effects of being a polyglot are absolutely insane. It makes you mega smart. So yeah, but switching between languages, although is very beneficial for your brain, it's really hard. But honestly, I feel like a spoiled brat child talking about like her like daddy not buying her a blue Lamborghini, you know what I mean? But like with every pro comes a con. There are downsides to everything, and it's really important to talk about these downsides so that we take these things off the pedestal, so that we're not putting a huge value gap between where you are currently and what you want to be in a certain area of your life. This is just for like the purpose of not being ungrateful for where you are in life right now. So I'm just telling you this so that you either relate or you don't idealize this, glorify it, because it's not worth glorifying anything other than God. That brings me to the end of this video, and final thought is that even if it gets really difficult, I'm honestly so grateful to know so many languages, to be able to communicate with everyone on different levels. And it's always really, really fun when you find someone who relates to what you're feeling. So like if a polyglot is friends with another polyglot, I swear we bond over literally everything just because we know a lot of languages. And it's really easy to like make friends when you're a polyglot, because you can make friends like literally anywhere, and you can go to other places, travel. So it's really fun, and I would really recommend you learn a lot of languages. But it's not your fault if you don't know a lot of languages. It's kind of, at some point it gets to your fault when you don't like want to learn at least one more. I don't want to be like David Goggins and be like, get off your butt and start working out twice a day, 3 times for 2 hours, and study languages day and night. No. But if you want to learn a lot of languages, that's great. And the easiest way to start, I also have another video that talks about how to learn a new language fast. So if you want, check that out. But if you've seen that video and you've come to this video because of that video, I just want you to know, like, it's not as difficult as everyone makes it seem to learn a new language, depending on the language that you're learning. And I talk about this in that video, but start small, learn languages that are easier, closer to your like root language and whatever, and like watch a lot of shows, you know? The reason I don't have an accent, I think, in Turkish is because I watch so many shows. I know so many phrases, I know so many like catchphrases, I know so many like jokes, innuendos, whatever, because I watch so many dizi that are very informal or have very informal speakers. So yeah, that's it. I want to finish off this video by saying, if you want more polyglot content, please let me know. Comment down below, because I have video ideas for polyglot stuff, but I haven't really Sometimes I feel like I'm not even in the position to tell you guys stuff about being polyglots because I'm not really that great, you know what I mean? But if you really want more polyglot content, comment down below, leave a like, whatever. It shows the engagement that I get in my videos. And thank you. I love you guys. Bye.